I see a lot of people on different social media forums that have a lot of questions about CarPlay on their 24 and newer Harley-Davidson touring bikes, specifically road glides and street glides. And there's some confusion around how you get it to work. There's a lot of confusion around CarPlay. They call them CarPlay hacks, but really it's CarPlay bypasses. And I thought I would, instead of continuing to answer questions in those forums, I'd make a video. Hopefully it reaches people that have the question. Maybe it reaches you before you ask the question. But I thought I would make a video talking about that. What's up? I'm Jim. Welcome back to J Street Moto. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. CarPlay. I guarantee you, it's probably in the top, certainly in the top 10. It might be in the top 5 of the things that I see asked about in various forums. Based on the questions I see, I think there's a lack of understanding. Let's talk about CarPlay and using it on your Harley-Davidson. First and foremost, if you have a helmet that has a comm system in it, like I do, and you have an iPhone, you do not need anything else to make CarPlay work. All you need to do is connect the helmet to your bike, connect your phone to the bike. Do not connect the phone to your helmet. All you want is the helmet to the bike, the phone to the bike. Let the bike be in the middle of the two. And CarPlay will work 100% of the time. You're not going to have any issues with it. It might glitch. If it glitches on you, check for your software version, because you might have an outdated version of software and need to upgrade that. Now the bikes can upgrade them. If you've got the most recent software that was released like 7 or 8 months ago, that's the last one I'm aware of, you have the ability to update your software and check for updates over the Wi-Fi signal at your house. So you can just turn the bike on in your garage, plug it into a tender, because you're going to have it in accessory mode. You don't want to come out and be like, Jim, I did that and my damn bike won't start. Well, you let the battery die. So plug it into a tender, put your bike in accessory mode, connect it to your Wi-Fi, and check to see, do I have updates? Are updates available? If they are, update it. If you don't have the ability to check that, you 100% do not have the most recent version of software. And you need to download it from Harley and install it on your bike. Or take it to a dealer and have them do it. They should do it for free. If you have all that though, it's not glitchy. It's not glitchy in the least. I use CarPlay pretty much all the time when I'm riding. And I have spent on this motorcycle, the most I've spent on it in one day, I think, is 17 and a half hours on the bike. Running CarPlay the whole time, never had an issue. I've had several days where I've gone 12, 13 hours on the bike. Repeatedly, back to back, day after day. CarPlay running, never had an issue. With the helmet and the phone and the bike all connected together. You shouldn't have a problem. If you have a problem connecting it, go look at your owner's manual. It tells you how to do it. It tells you what you need to select, how you need to select it, and why you need to select it. If you read your owner's manual and you still have questions, you can feel free to drop me an email. Do not leave it as a comment. Send me an email to jstmoto22@gmail.com. That's jstreetmoto22@gmail.com. I put it up there on the screen for you so you can see it. When you ask your question, I want you to be very detailed. What version of iPhone do you have? What kind of helmet do you have? What comm system are you using? I need that information, and I can help. I swear to you, I can help you and get it connected, and it'll get working. I promise you, you can. Now, if you do have that set up, if that's how you normally ride, like, and when I say normally, like all the time, that's how you ride, you don't need anything else. What I'm getting ready to talk about when it comes to CarPlay bypasses and hacks, you don't need any of that shit. You don't. And the reason you don't need it is because you already have the thing that the bypass pretends to be. If you're going to wear a helmet that does not have a comm system in it, whether that is a half helmet or a full helmet that doesn't have a comm system in it, or a 3/4 helmet, or you live in a state where you don't have to wear a helmet at all. If you fall into that category, if you want to use CarPlay, you're going to need to have a way to make the motorcycle think that it has a comm system connected to it. And that's what all of the stuff that I'm getting ready to tell you does. I'm going to give you 3 different products that do it a specific way, and then I'm going to give you one that can work in a pinch if for some reason you can't get to those and you just want to see what it'd be like to ride the bike without a comm system and have your CarPlay work. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because that's what I'm going to talk about at the end. We're going to start with the cheaper options and work our way up to the most expensive option that I'm aware of. There are 2 that I know of on Amazon you can buy that do the same thing, and they honestly look identical. They might be made by the exact same company and just branded differently for sale. I've got no clue. I don't, and I'm not going to pretend to know. I have used both of them, and I've tested both of them against each other. One of them is made by Maedhawk, and that's Maedhawk. The other one is made by Copmert, Copmert. They're both available on Amazon. If you're going to go search Amazon for them, you are looking for Harley-Davidson CarPlay Bypass. Don't search hack. It might come up, but don't search hack. It's Harley-Davidson CarPlay Bypass. And both of those will show up. And their price point for both of them is extremely close. The Copmert, I want to say the last time I looked at it, is like $19.95, so let's call it 20 bucks. And the Maedhawk is like 23 or 25, so it's a couple dollars more. When you buy either one of them, well, I bought both of them, so I can tell you, the Maedhawk just comes with the device. The Copmert comes with the device as well as a cable, meaning a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, like what you would use to charge your phone or connect your phone to something. Both of these devices are designed to plug into the power cable in your throttle side glove box. There's a power cable in there. They're both designed to plug directly into that, and then if you need to charge your phone, you put your phone cord, you plug it into the other side of the device itself. So it has a male on one side and a female on the other. And the technology they're going to use is in between the two. Now basically, these 2 devices are nothing more than a Bluetooth transceiver. It's what is inside of my comm system that connects to the bike and says, I'm Bluetooth, and I have a microphone connected to me, and I have speakers connected to me. So the Copmert and the Maedhawk. So those are the 2 cheaper solutions. I'll just call them the $20 solutions. The next one is the one made by Tim's Stereo Systems. I'll put links to all this stuff down in the description so y'all can go check it out. Tim's stuff is on Facebook only. He doesn't, at least the last time I looked, he didn't have a website yet. Tim's solution is $100, and I can't say enough about the guy himself. He came up with it, he supports it, he's very responsive, he's very supportive, the warranty is very good on the product. He stands by what he does. So Tim created one that basically is that transceiver, but it is wrapped up and wired into a connector that mates up with the jack that is underneath your seat that you would connect a heated seat to. So all you do is take your seat off, you plug this thing into there, and you have a Bluetooth transceiver that you then connect to your bike just like you would the Maedhawk or Copmert. I've had Tim's solution on the bike since a month after I got the motorcycle. So for 1 year and 4 months I've been running Tim's solution in all kinds of weather. It has never failed me. It always works. It's beefy as hell. The one thing I can't speak to for the $20 solutions is how frequently you're going to need to replace them, because they are going to go bad. I can see where those devices will, over time, wear out faster than Tim's solution does. I used to design electrical components that had to stand up to environments that aren't very hospitable to electronics. I worked on a submarine, for crying out loud. It's one of the most inhospitable environments in the world for electronics. So I kind of have a good idea of what works and what'll stand up to extreme heat, extreme cold, very wet and very dry conditions. I kind of have a good feel for what that is. And Tim's solution will stand up to those things. Not so certain these $20 solutions will. And even if they do, they're still gonna be, heat is going to affect them more quickly than it affects Tim's solution. Let's say hypothetically we can get 50,000 miles out of Tim's solution, and I gotta replace the one that's in there every 10 to 15,000 miles. In the same 50,000 miles, I've paid for Tim's solution already by constantly having to buy new ones of those. But like I said, I haven't had them long enough to know. I have exposed the ones that I've got to extreme conditions and to very long periods of time connected to the bike. I have done those exposures. I haven't had them on the bike long enough to tell you what their longevity is going to be. I can only imagine, based on experience, that their longevity is not going to be the same as Tim's is. So I told you if you stuck around, I'd reward you and give you an extra thing you could use. And I have done this, so I know it works. If you have a set of Bluetooth earbuds, you can either put them in your ears and connect those to the bike, and the bike will recognize them as a Bluetooth comm system, and then connect your phone to the bike, and CarPlay will work. If you don't want to put them in your ears, turn them on so that they're active and connected to the bike, and drop them in your saddlebag. As long as they're connected to the bike, then as long as the phone's connected to the bike, CarPlay is going to work. It's a budget-friendly way of having CarPlay on your motorcycle without a comm system in your helmet. That's it. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I compared 3 different solutions. 2 of them are the same price point. 1 of them is more expensive. And I gave you a little trick that, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard anybody mention it before, but I gave you a little trick that you could do in case you didn't want to spend the money on any of that stuff. I gave you a way you could do it as well. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do me a favor, go watch another video. That stuff really helps the channel. Like this one, comment, share it with your friends. Subscribe if you feel like it, because that does help the channel. Get out there and ride, guys. Seriously, it's for some of you that are watching this, your riding season's starting to come to an end. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed. I don't have a riding season here in North Carolina. We pretty much ride year round, at least where I'm at in the state. But for those of you that live someplace where your riding season's coming to an end, get out there and chew some miles up while you have time to do it, man. Seriously. No matter what you do, always ride safe.